Sigma females are often misunderstood. Being true to yourself in a world that always tries to change you is truly an amazing achievement, said Ralph Waldo Emerson. Hi everyone. Have you ever wondered what it's like to go against the crowd and follow your own unique path? What do you think people feel when they meet someone who ignores all the rules and carves out their own destiny? I'm talking about Sigma females, those intriguing figures of independence and secrecy. Today, we're going to take a close look at the 8 most honest ways people view Sigma females. We're counting down, so stay with me until the end to satisfy your curiosity and discover the real facts about this distinctive personality type. We'll find out what makes Sigma females stand out and why they make such a memorable impact. Let's jump in and discover how the world truly views Sigma females. Now, let's talk about this, okay? Number 1, may come off as heartless. Sigma females might seem unfeeling, but that's because they value being practical and honest, more than just saying things to make someone feel good. They are not the kind who will tell you nice things just for the sake of it. If they think your outfit is bad, they will tell you directly, not to be mean, but because they believe in being honest. This direct approach can be either refreshing or harsh, depending on how sensitive you are. Some people might view her as distant because she doesn't openly show her feelings. She doesn't get overly excited about things or caught up in other people's drama. Instead, she deals with her feelings quietly and shows them through what she does, not always what she says. If she really cares about you, you'll see it in her actions. She'll be there when you really need her, even if she doesn't say much. This practical way of dealing with things might be seen as not caring. But in reality, she feels things deeply. She just focuses on fixing problems rather than getting overwhelmed by emotions. She's the friend who will not just feel sorry for your troubles, but will also help you figure out a solution. To some, this might appear heartless, but it's actually her way of caring. Her cool attitude is often just a way to protect herself. By controlling her emotions, she avoids getting hurt and stays clear-headed in difficult situations. She's like a thermostat, constantly adjusting to keep things from getting too heated. So, while she might not come off as the most approachable or warm person initially, her reliability and sincerity are much more valuable in the long run. Number 2, scared of committing. Sigma females are often thought to fear commitment, yet it's more complex than that. They cherish their independence and freedom above all. She's the type of person who meticulously reads every detail before agreeing to anything, just to ensure there are no surprises that might catch her off guard. In relationships, she adopts a careful stance. She won't rush into anything without first making sure it matches her principles and aspirations. To outsiders, this might appear as though she's wary of getting too attached or simply uninterested in committing. However, she's actually in search of a deep, meaningful relationship that allows her to remain true to herself. She resembles someone who won't buy the first car they test. She needs to know it's absolutely right for her. This cautiousness may make her seem overly selective, but she is just very clear about what she wants and refuses to compromise. Her friends might joke that she's looking for a unicorn, something perfect and perhaps unattainable, but she prefers waiting for someone who genuinely understands and respects her need for space. It's not about fearing commitment itself. It's about avoiding the wrong match that could cause her to lose her sense of self. Some might misunderstand her approach as fear of commitment, but it really highlights her self-respect and awareness. She understands her value and is not scared to leave situations that aren't beneficial to her. Although this can seem intimidating to those who want a simple, straightforward relationship, it really demonstrates her strength and self-assurance. Therefore, While it might be tough to get close to her, it's not due to fear. It's because of her clear understanding of what she needs and deserves. Are you finding our deep dive into Sigma females captivating? If you're as fascinated as we are, why not subscribe to our channel for more great insights like this? Click that subscribe button and become part of our community as we continue to explore interesting personalities and the complexities of human behavior together. Number 3. Always organized. Sigma females usually look completely organized, radiating confidence and independence. They manage to look effortlessly chic, as if they've just rolled out of bed looking perfect, while others can barely find a pair of socks that match. Whether it's their job, personal life, or even how they dress, they seem to have everything sorted out. It's as though they have an unseen list they smoothly check off every day. This well-put-together appearance can make them seem a bit daunting to others. People might think she has some secret guide to life that the rest of us don't have. In truth, she just knows what she wants and avoids spending time on things that aren't important to her. She's the one who can manage multiple tasks at work, keep her house impeccable, and still find time for a gym session, all while looking like she's straight out of a fashion magazine. Her seemingly perfect appearance might make her appear distant. It's not that she intends to be distant, she just makes everything seem simple. This might lead people to assume she doesn't need help or isn't keen on making friends, which is not true at all. She values being efficient and keeps disorder out of her life. Even though she looks flawless, she is human and faces her own challenges and doubts. However, her ability to stay calm and organized usually hides these issues, making others wonder how she manages everything. It's not magic, it's her strong will, careful planning, and a bit of a perfectionist streak. So, even though it looks like she has everything under control, remember, she's just as human as everyone else, just with a tidier closet. Number 4. Clever and strategic. Sigma females often get labeled as manipulative because they are exceptionally good at understanding people and situations. They seem to have a natural ability to detect lies and see through false appearances. This skill may make it appear as if she's always planning several steps ahead, maneuvering situations to benefit herself. However, she's really just very observant and thoughtful in how she interacts with others. Picture a situation in an office where there's a chance to lead a new project. While everyone else is eagerly presenting their ideas loudly, she chooses to stay quiet in the background, carefully watching. She observes who supports the project, who doesn't, and who's undecided. Later, while having a casual conversation near the coffee machine or in the break room, she smartly gets on good terms with the key influencers. By the time everyone catches on, she has already won the project, making it look like the others thought of it themselves. When the meeting starts again, she's already seen as the best person for the job. To others, it might seem like she twisted the situation to her advantage, but in truth, she's just very clever with her approach. Her ability to influence outcomes usually stems from a profound understanding of human behavior. She knows just the right time to act and when to step back. It's not about tricking people, it's about being effective and getting things done. This ability can be both awe-inspiring and a bit daunting, particularly to those who value direct dealings. But here's the interesting part. She usually isn't self-serving with her actions. She simply understands the bigger picture and knows how to arrange the elements to achieve the best results. It's as if she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She's not after power for its own sake. She's focused on achieving meaningful results. So, although her methods might seem manipulative, they're actually driven by her aim to make significant and beneficial impacts. She's not about controlling others. She's simply very adept at comprehending what drives people and using this knowledge to navigate through complex situations. Just be wary of challenging her to a game of poker. You might just lose more than you bargained for. Number 5. Very imaginative. Sigma females are brimming with imagination, always turning their distinct views into artistic or pioneering projects. They view the world in a way that is foreign to most. Where others might just see an empty canvas, she envisions a future work of art. Whether she's painting, writing, or developing a new app, her imagination is more than just a pastime. It's her lifestyle. This flair for creativity can sometimes make her appear a little quirky. For example, she might have sketches all over her notebook during a meeting, not because she's distracted, but because that's her method of thinking things through. Her desk may be a mess, but she can pinpoint the location of everything she needs, which is a classic trait of a creative person. To some, her unique way of tackling problems can seem strange or even odd. Her mind might wander off to her next big idea or an unusual solution to a work problem while everyone else chats about the latest TV show. This might make it feel like you're talking to someone from a different world when engaging with her, yet it's what makes her insights so refreshing and slightly disorienting for those not on the same mental wavelength. Ultimately, her creativity is her strength, though it also makes her quite distinct in ways that might confuse more traditional thinkers. Although she might not always be understood, her inventive nature distinguishes her and makes her exceptional. Number 6. Keeps to herself. Sigma females might seem like they don't like socializing, not because they have anything against people, but because they really value their independence and personal space. Imagine this scenario. At a party, while everyone else is busy talking and mingling, she might be found lost in her thoughts, quietly watching others from a corner, or she might not even show up, choosing instead to spend her evening in more enjoyable ways, such as watching a series of documentaries or getting lost in a good book. It's not that she doesn't like being around others, but she prefers deep, meaningful discussions over small talk, which might lead some to wrongly think she's distant or even snooty. She often responds, maybe, to invitations, not to play games, but because she really considers if attending is worth her time and energy. To her, social events can seem more like a tiresome duty than a fun outing. In truth, she treasures her own space and quiet time far more than most, which might be seen as unfriendly by those who don't understand her need for solitude. She's not shunning people. She's just ensuring that her social interactions are genuinely meaningful. Thus, while she may come across as cold to some, she's actually just very choosy about where she puts her social effort. Number 7. Overwhelming. Sigma females can often come across as overwhelming. It's not that they intentionally frighten others, but their powerful presence and resistance to societal expectations can make people feel small, like they are standing next to a towering figure. She enters a room with a calm assurance that communicates she doesn't seek anyone's approval, and this can make those who crave acceptance feel uneasy. Her ability to think for herself and question the usual ways of doing things makes her appear always several steps ahead. While everyone else agrees without a second thought, she's the one questioning, probing deeper into matters. This can turn ordinary meetings into unexpected challenges, catching others off guard as they try to match her pace. She disregards the typical social plays and ignores the unspoken rules about how women should act. This defiance can be startling, particularly in places where blending in is expected. Some might view her confidence as arrogance, but she is merely being honest with herself and sees no value in pretending otherwise. Her silence can be just as powerful. While others might fill the room with small talk, she uses the quiet to watch and learn, only speaking when she has something important to say. Her words, when she speaks, are clear and meaningful, often making others feel as if she has unveiled a deep truth. Fundamentally, her daunting presence stems from her authenticity and her refusal to compromise on her beliefs. She isn't trying to be frightening. She simply isn't afraid to stand alone if it means being true to her principles. Number 8. Detached. Sigma females might seem detached, as if they're tuned into a different channel compared to everyone else. They aren't unfriendly. They simply interact with the world in their own unique way, which might make them appear remote. Picture a group chat where everyone is exchanging jokes and casual comments, and she suddenly asks a deep, thoughtful question. It's not that she doesn't like light chat. She just favors deeper discussions. For example, consider a typical lunch break at the office. While others might be discussing the newest TV series, she could be absorbed in a book or lost in thoughts about her next big project. It's not that she feels superior to everyday talk, but rather that she finds her own ideas more captivating than the latest TV drama. Her co-workers might view her as distant or disinterested, but actually, she's just very choosy about where she directs her social efforts. Her preference for deep thought often makes it seem as if she's in her own little world. She might not reply to a message right away because she's engrossed in a new venture or an engaging article. It's nothing personal. She's simply deeply involved in her interests. Her friends understand that when they do catch her attention, she is completely attentive and genuine, though her responses may be infrequent. Her apparent detachment is really a way of protecting herself. She knows that too much socializing can be exhausting, so she carefully regulates her social energy. When she does participate, she's fully there, which makes those moments especially meaningful. Thus, while she may seem disconnected, it's simply her method of maintaining equilibrium and being authentic in a world that often expects non-stop connectivity. Number 9. Self-sufficient and independent. Sigma females are often the epitome of self-sufficiency. They navigate through life with a do-it-yourself attitude, handling everything from minor fixes around the house to leading major projects at work. Imagine her as the person who doesn't just wait around hoping for a solution to appear, but actively seeks out and implements her own solutions. This independence can sometimes be misunderstood as stubbornness or an unwillingness to cooperate with others. In reality, she greatly values her ability to handle challenges on her own and sees this capability as a vital part of her strength. She's like the friend who, instead of waiting hours for a plumber, would rather watch a few tutorials and fix her leaky faucet herself. Her self-sufficiency isn't just about being alone, it's about being equipped and capable. While this trait is empowering, it can sometimes give others the impression that she doesn't need help or companionship. However, she does value meaningful connections. She just doesn't rely on others to solve her problems. This blend of independence and resilience is not only a cornerstone of her personality, but also a source of inspiration for those who know her well. Number 10. Quietly inspirational. Sigma females often inadvertently become role models for those around them. Their distinctive ability to live authentically and follow their own unique paths serves as a beacon for others contemplating the significance of personal authenticity. She's the type of individual whose personal stories of determination, self-reliance, and overcoming obstacles resonate deeply, motivating others to pursue their own ambitions. However, she tends to downplay her achievements. preferring to let her actions speak for themselves rather than broadcasting her successes. Her method of inspiration is not through loud declarations, but through the quiet yet powerful example she sets. People are drawn to her because she embodies the proof that embracing one's individuality isn't just acceptable, it's a source of profound strength and pride. Her presence encourages others to embrace their true selves, fostering an environment where diversity in thought and action is not only accepted, but celebrated. This subtle yet profound influence makes her a quiet, yet incredibly effective leader, and a source of motivation for those fortunate enough to observe her journey. As we conclude, it's evident that Sigma females are intriguing and complex. They navigate through life with independence, a touch of mystery, and careful thinking. While some might not fully understand their distinct style, it certainly earns them both respect and admiration. By challenging usual expectations and being true to who they are, they encourage us to re-examine our views and celebrate the diversity of each person. To truly appreciate Sigma females, we must recognize their profound influence and the mark they leave on those around them. Next time you meet a Sigma female, try to see deeper than the surface, and you might find an inspiring and complex individual who resists simple labels. Thanks for watching till the end. Catch you in our next video. As always, until next time.